Is it hard to break out of the stereotype of being Arnold Horshack?
It was horrible.
I mean,
it was horrible.
For the longest time, it must have been what everybody just figured that's how you were.
Well, they did. And one of the things that I would was I turned into children's book illustrator, which I've got a couple of children's books that are out there that are have done very, very well. I was designing cards. I always did theater. You know what? The thing that was so interesting was that in theater, which is what I was brought up in,
right?
I was now the headliner. And people would come expecting Arnold Horshack, and I'd give them something else, and they liked it better.
Well, that's good.
And every time, but it was really in Hollywood, the easiest thing to do for a producer or for a casting director in order to keep their job is to say no.
Right.
Because if they say yes, then they're on the line if, God forbid, they're wrong.
Right.
So, yeah, I was terribly typecast, and it took a lot of aging to make that stop.
Right. Well, how did, now talk about not typecasting, how did you get into the horror film, the Friday the 13th?
Because I had done a film for Ray Stark, who did like The Goodbye Girl and Funny Girl and stuff like that. I had called Skate Town, USA.
Okay, I remember that.
It was another one. And the director of it and I, we got to be really fast friends.
Okay.
And he was doing 2 films down in South Africa, and he called me and asked if I wanted to be in one. And I did one called Committed with Jennifer O'Neill.
Right.
And Robert Forster.
Mm-hmm.
And it went very, very, very well. So he said, I'm doing another one. Do you want to stay and do that one? And that's how I got a Hellgate.
Okay. Yeah, we were just talking about the Hellgate movie a few minutes ago.
The Hellgate movie and
that must have been a nightmare.
The Hellgate movie and my dysentery.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, that must have been horrible. How can you... I mean, how did you actually go through that, filming with, and being that
There
sick?
was a bedpan.
Good morning, everybody.
There was a bedpan on set at all times.
Oh, my.
And...
if Jesse Bruce is still here, stop by our admission table.
Jesse Bruce.
You won a raffle prize, our first prize.
Hi, Jesse.
Yay, Jesse! Woo!
All right.
I love South Africa, but I just picked up this bug.
Okay.
And it was pretty dreadful. That's what made it very difficult to do that.
Okay.
Film. I mean, the acting certainly was not that difficult to do. It was this illness.
Honestly,
And if you see the movie, I mean, my weight changes from scene to scene.
Yeah, you were saying
there was no continuity.
They couldn't have just given you some baggy clothes and said, "Here, this way you'll look at least similar."
Well, we didn't know that I
give
had
you a T-shirt and
we
put you.
didn't know that I had the dysentery until into the second week of filming.
Okay.
So everything was set. And I was just shrinking in and out of these clothes.
And there was this woman in there who was like, I think she was like the spirit or the evil person or something.
Abigail.
She had Abigail.
Yeah, Abigail
and you had a
Walcott.
scene with her where you were telling me she was like in this bedroom and you're laying on the bed.
And I'm without clothes, and so is she. And she's sitting on my stomach, and I have dysentery. And I'm saying, Abigail, please get off me. And she's going, but why, Ron? Don't you like it? Ordinarily, I would love it.
Be like, come back in a few weeks.
In another time, another lifetime, I might like it a lot, but not now.
We'll refilm this soon.
Carroll Street, Illinois, stop up here.
It was just totally.
From Carroll Street.
I'm not saying a word while he's talking. How about you?
Yeah. I love that. And so, okay, do me a favor and move the camera about 1.5 feet that way, and we'll have like something to actually cut the scene, because we had to stop the interview for a second. So just move it.
You don't want me to pause?
No, just pick it up, move it about 1 foot, and then turn it in to get us captured back on the film, back on again, and give us just point when you get us both in the shot. All right. So, I have to.
Bubblegum cards with the original bubble gum.
Are these not the coolest? How is that bubblegum going to taste after all these years?
I wouldn't try it.
1976.
I wouldn't try it.
That's 32 years almost here in the making for that gum there.
These are almost antique.
And we have a Viewmaster here. Look at that, guys. Is that like, this is like vintage, man, I tell you.
And these are 2 original scripts.
And you were saying about the scripts, and we will, I mean, they can see them here, but that you found these.
I found these in a closet.
In your closet.
Yeah.
You didn't even know you had them.
Well, when I was moving from Los Angeles back to New York, I sold everything.
Just get rid of it all and move on.
Yeah, and I mean, Cotter was a part of my life. That's nice, but that part is over. So let's go on to the next thing. So I was like almost giving all of this Cotter stuff away.
It's amazing.
Back in 1989.
Okay. And these were just like your own personal copies. Everybody's got personal copies of the scripts.
It's got my notes in it from the show.
And now you probably put something up on eBay like this, you'd probably get hundreds for it.
I have no idea.
You'd never know. But.
I don't know how to do that eBay stuff or anything else like that.
And then here is the original John Sebastian, welcome back, the actual 45.
On vinyl.
In the original sleeve, guys.
Vinyl. In the original sleeve.
With the comic books and the oversized comic. Oh my gosh! When I was in school, I had a subscription to Dynamite magazine.
I wouldn't let a lot of people know that. I wouldn't let a lot of people know that.
Well, I was young, and but this was the hip book to have. I'm telling you, when you were a kid.
I had a cover on it. I did a show. I was directing a play down in Florida, which I eventually ended up in. I was there just as director of this theater, and I didn't know that there was a cover of Dynamite with me on it until the cast gave it to me as an opening night thing, laminated and everything.
Okay. Wow, that's wild. I wanted to ask you also, now the T-shirts that you're getting ready to do these and such, is this your own artwork?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, how many different styles
there will
are there
be
going to be?
6 for the first season.
Okay. Is there a website that people can go to look at those and see them?
Yeah. But they're not going to be on the website until the launch.
Okay.
And the launch is going to be the 18th of October.
Okay, well that's fine, because by the time people see this, it'll actually be around that time.
I believe it's called Rotter, ROTTER, and Friends.
Okay.
.com.
Okay. So you can go and take a look and see the shirts on there. And
they will have this design. The other 5 designs will
come along later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we've already got mock-ups on them, and I think that they'll probably have them on the website. They'll at least have one other on the website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're going to be on different colors and design styles and all
absolutely.
that kind of stuff. So okay. But for now, folks, this is Victor Lane with you, hanging out,
Victor.
And we'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Sure.